Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine. It's Commander Blay, and this is another Chelsea news video of mine. Obviously, in this video, I'm going to be discussing Chelsea news, big news. Olivier Giroud being linked to West Ham United and also Inter Milan. Going to be discussing Frank Lampard as well. Obviously winning the Manager of the Month award. Going to be discussing that, so applause to him, congratulations to him. Going to be discussing about that. But also this main video I want to talk about regards Hakim Ziyech from Ajax, of course. We'll be at Ajax midweek. He scored a fantastic goal where the ball hit the post and hit Kepa's face, but his fantastic performances last season and how well he's been this season and how he's been so hyped around Europe and why so many clubs around Europe are after his signature. Now I'm going to be discussing his statistics, his end product last season, how he's doing this season, and it's not as such reports. There's no reports of linking him to Chelsea, but just my opinion why Chelsea should be signing Hakim Ziyech. In the January transfer window or in the summer, the price tag, how it would suit our style of play, how it would suit Lampard, and why he's a top player. But without further ado, before I do go, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're not here, make sure you hit the bell notification so you're notified for every time I upload, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Do you agree with me? Would you like to see Hakim Ziyech at Chelsea? Thoughts on Olivier Giroud leaving in January as well? And yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. And obviously, starting with Hakim Ziyech, the 26-year-old from Ajax, of course. He had an outstanding season last season in the Eredivisie. In 29 games, he scored 16 goals and 13 assists, 29 goals and assists in 29 matches. Fantastic output. Now, of course, it is the Eredivisie. You have to take some context and these factors into consideration. So it's not the toughest league, it's not the most competitive, but those are still impressive numbers, especially when he's not a striker, he's not an out-and-out scoring winger. He's more of a playmaker that plays a number 10 role. He drifts in and outside, very agile, very quick on the ball, has so many positives, and also going to be touching up on the negatives he has to his game as well. And so far this season, in 11 games, 5 goals and 7 assists, 12 goals and assists in 11 games in the Eredivisie. Now, obviously that is in the Eredivisie, and the league that we want to be, comparing his statistics, playing against the most Europe's elite, is of course the UEFA Champions League. Now last season, he had a very, very good Champions League campaign. Of course, Ajax stunned Europe and they got to the semi-finals. They were seconds away from making a Champions League final, knocking out Juventus and Real Madrid on the way. And Hakim Ziyech was the engineer and architecting that. Was the massive architect in that time. And in the 17 Champions League games he did play, he scored 5 goals, which is very impressive, near the top goal scorer for the Champions League. And like I said, he's not an out-and-out goal scorer, he's not their striker, he's not an out-and-out goal scorer winger, and he's not your natural winger. I'm going to be discussing his exact position and how versatile he is to our game and why he'd be perfect for the Chelsea setup. Now, of course, like I mentioned, he's 26 years of age, so he's now entering his prime years. He will obviously bound to improve. Now, let's start off with the negatives. Of course, with Hakim Ziyech, he hasn't really been proven, he hasn't really been tested. Now, of course, he plays in Eredivisie, playing with Ajax is all great, but when he comes to Premier League, he has to adapt quickly. It's a different sort of league, it's the best league in the world, the most competitive, the most physical. And one negative criticism I have of Hakim Ziyech is his physicality. He's very slim, he's very weak, he's not very strong on the ball, and my one worry I have with Hakim Ziyech in the Premier League is he can easily get bullied off the ball. He's not very strong on the ball. Obviously, hopefully his pace and agility to get around players can help him a bit. But obviously, like I said, the Premier League is the most physical league in Europe, in the world, I must say. And so he might struggle and make a lot of time for him to adapt. He may need to bulk up as well. So I think that's regarding negatives. Now, regarding the positives, like I said, there's so many good attributes of Ziyech. His pace, his agility, his playmaking abilities, his end product is on point, his goals and assists, and most importantly, his left foot is key. Now, in our squad, in our team, first 11, we haven't got that many left-footed players. Now, I keep banging on about this because left-footed players are crucial to our team. Now, of course, when you play on the right wing or the right-hand side, having your stronger preferred left foot is crucial because it opens up the passing channels, it opens up the passing lanes, giving you more variety and confusing the fullbacks more. Because think about it this way, if you're a right winger like Willian and Pedro, who are naturally right-footed, the fullback instantly knows this and they'll force you to go on the outside where you're less dangerous. It shuts the passing channels because when you're forcing your right foot, you're going to go towards a corner and your angle is limited, your angle of passing lanes. You won't get many goals because you're moving away from the goal because, of course, you want to go on a stronger foot, and it limits your abilities, limits your end product, and therefore it limits you as a player. That's hence why they always say with the wings that you play, and you should have opposite feet. Left winger should be right-footed, And of course, right wingers should be left footed because they're able to cut inside, open up those passing lanes, and obviously be close towards the goal to basically score more goals, to be more threat towards the goal, towards the centre of the goal. And that's why it's crucial. Like I said, him being left footed is crucial. Being on that wing, so paced, so agile, he's quick. He's fantastic in those pockets of spaces in between those lines and the fullback. Like I said, left footed, he's got a fantastic shot on him, left foot, his curve, his finesse, he scores so many goals. He's such a proper classic player. I love Ziyech at Chelsea. I've wanted him since last season, of course, with that transfer embargo, so we couldn't sign him. But like I said, having more left-footed players would be fantastic. He could be our Iron Robin, being a left-footed player. Like I said, opening up those passing channel lanes, being a threat, being nearer to the goal with his left foot. And of course, he has a strong right foot, so if he needs to go on the outside, he can. He's got, he's not a one-trick pony. He has so much versatility and so much variety. Now with Ziyech, he's not your out-and-out right winger. He plays more central areas. He's more of a number 10/right winger, so of course it wouldn't really be suitable. He'd be perfect in a number 10 position if we ever did use the 4-2-3-1 formation. His playmaking abilities is world class, is outstanding, and with him not even being in his prime yet, it'd be fantastic for him to improve on. His ball playing abilities, his passing, his shooting, his press. He's got fantastic stamina as well, which is always a benefit. For me, I would love Ziyech at Chelsea, and above all of this, naming all his best attributes and why he'd be a perfect fit at Chelsea in the Lampard system. Talking about his price tag, now of course he did have a £26 million release clause. Now that has been removed out of his contract. He did recently sign a brand new lucrative contract with Ajax, and there is, I believe, reading reports, there has not been a release clause inserted in his new contract. But from what I was reading from reports, his valuation is between £45 to £50 million, and for me, that's a bargain. That's a fantastic deal. Having him and Sancho to be Pedro Morley as replacements, world class, absolutely world class. Will elevate us to a new level, take us to the right direction, and we can start competing. Then our winger department will be world class. Having Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, Sancho, Ziyech as well, it'd be world class. Like I said, we haven't been linked with him at all. There's no reports. If anything, he's more linked to Liverpool and Arsenal, which I'm disappointed about, but that could change. Football changes in an instant. We could be looking at Ziyech in the summer as well, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we do look at him. But that's given my reasons, my thoughts, opinions on Ziyech as a player, why he'd be perfect, he's suited to our team, and why he's perfect for Lampard, his adaptation, etc. Obviously, I've named the negatives and positives. But leave me your thoughts in the comments section below. Do you agree with me? Would you love to see Hakim Ziyech at Chelsea? Or if you do not, leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below as the reason, why you wouldn't like to see Ziyech. Now, getting into the next story is, of course, Olivier Giroud. Now, Olivier Giroud looks like he will be leaving in January. In my last video, I stated that the 3 players that look to be leaving in January, if our CAS overturn our ban, is Marcos Alonso, Olivier Giroud and Pedro, of course. Now, Olivier Giroud, he has been linked to West Ham United, Inter Milan. Now, Inter Milan are strong favourites, of course. Antonio Conte is the manager of Inter Milan, so there's already that bond where they worked at Chelsea. Antonio Conte loves target men. He's perfect for the Conte system. Being a backup to Lukaku, Lautaro Martinez, where they like to play 2 up top, he'd be perfectly suited. Like I said, he's getting on a bit, but Serie A suits older players because obviously he's not as physical, he's not as fast paced, it's a very tactical, slow game. I think Giroud would definitely thrive in Inter Milan, and there has been strong interest from Inter Milan. There's loads of reports suggesting, such as the Telegraph and Daily Mail, that Inter Milan may make a move for Olivier Giroud in the January transfer window. Now, of course, he hasn't really signed a new contract, so he might be going on the cheap. However, it means that we can get, his wages will be left. So it's really, really good, clearing more deadwood that we don't really use in our squad and really elevating it and buying top players. So yeah, that's really, really good news. It's like Olivier Giroud could be leaving in January and moving to Inter Milan. Now getting to the final part of the news, and of course it's Frank Lampard, who is officially today won Manager of the Month for October. 3 wins out of 3, 9 goals scored, 3 goals conceded for Chelsea. An outstanding month as manager, and hopefully long may it continue. He wins more Manager of the Months this year, this current season. Hopefully continues, like I said, 1 Manager month. So congratulations to Frank Lampard. He's really impressed me. Not only him being a legend, and of course we have to back him and the type of players of youth, but the way he's integrated youth. But not only that, him being so tactical and adaptable. Adaptable is crucial. And he's so tactical changes he makes is the way he handled the Pulisic situation, his substitutions are on point, and he really shows signs of being a world-class manager in the future. Remember, he's really young, he's in his early 40s, and his potential to be a world-class manager. He gives me these Pep Guardiola vibes when he first started out at Barcelona. So long may it continue. Hopefully this season he wins a lot more Manager of the Months. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up the video there. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're not here, make sure you hit the notifications so you're notified for every time I do uploads, and comment down below your thoughts, opinions on the stories I talked about. Would you like to see Hakim Ziyech at Chelsea? If not,
Leave me your thoughts in the comments below. Thoughts on Giroud as well, and are you happy that Frank Lampard won the Manager month for the October month? But without further ado, I'm going to keep things moving. I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.